Good day, everyone. Here is a cartoon illustration of our group representing how the divide of social classes factor in terms of language use. As you can see, there are various of colors which determine as a different types of people with different culture, practices, language, etc. Everything we uttered can have distinct interpretation towards an individual who heard it. According to Makoni in Pennycook 2006, scholars recognize that languages are not always easily nor best treated as discrete, identifiable, and countable units with clearly defined boundaries between them. Rather, it is more often comprised of waves of features that extend across time, geography, and social space. So Ms. Panganiban will further explain our topic.
I agree, Ms. Kahana. If a society will be varied in terms of political and geographical, then problem in language will arise. In general, language problems may be grouped into three categories. First is problems related to the social function and position of the language. Second, problem related to the language code or system. And lastly, problems related to the usage of the language by the members of the community. As part of the wave-like nature of language in general, every language is characterized by variation within the speech community that use it. Innovations of new features and retention of long-standing lexical, phonological, or grammatical features spread like waves across geographic and social space and come and go over time. Varieties which share similar features diverge from one another to different degrees.
That's right, Ms. Panganiban. In addition, within a country, multilingualism leads to poor communication between members of different language communities, as well as between those communities and the government. It can cause not only mistrust and political tension, but also low literacy and problems in the judiciary when different languages are used and transcripts are required in order for a case to be heard at all. Sign languages constitute an important class of linguistic varieties that merit consideration due to the nature of language and the various perspectives brought to its study. It's not surprising that number of issues prove controversial.
You're correct, Ms. De La Cruz. This phenomenon is commented by Southworth in 1997 as bilinguals develop functions of linguistic heterogeneity which potentially go beyond the expressive possibilities available in a single code. Lastly, multilingualism could be a solution to the aforementioned conflict between nationism and nationalism and could create dynamic societies. Such societies would create a more colorful and exciting world to live in. A country could include multi-ethnicities which are aware of their linguistic and cultural identity but also see themselves as part of the country as a whole.
Definitely, Mr. Santos. Overall, at the individual level, multilingualism is a much more of a resource than a problem, as it greatly benefits multilingual speakers. Meanwhile, multilingualism is currently both a problem and a powerful resource at the societal level. Regardless of such discrepancies on both the micro level and the macro level, multilingualism is an interesting and thought-provoking phenomenon that deserves further in-depth studies and research. Thus, the resourcefulness could be maximized, whereas the problem could be minimized.